What's up guys, welcome back to Fancy Goldfish Fanatics. Today I am at an undisclosed location in Surrey, and behind me we have an 8,000 litre Tamasaba Fancy Goldfish outdoor aquarium. So in today's video we're going to be bowling up some of these fish. We're going to be taking a look at the specs of this outdoor aquarium, and we're also going to be taking a look at the filtration system. So let's check it out. As you can see behind me, we have an 8,000 litre outdoor aquarium. Now this has absolutely blown me away. I've actually been looking at this for the last 30 minutes, so I've calmed down a little bit because I could not believe what this outdoor pond or aquarium looks like. The glass is absolutely ginormous. It is so thick, it must weigh hundreds of kilos on each of the 4 panes around this system. So let's talk a little bit more about the system, and then we can focus on the filtration and what's in it. So first up we have 13 Tamasaba goldfish. Now all of these fish are from NND, and I believe one of them may be from Marushin Koi Farm. Now as you can see, we have 4 panes of glass around this entire system, which is all held together by stainless steel. As you can see in the corners here, we have stainless steel which goes 2 meters in total length, and I think they're about 1.2 meters in the ground, surrounded by concrete, and then they're out of the ground. We've got 1 meter of out of the ground depth as well. Now I believe the system is 2.8 meters long, 1.8 meters wide, and then it's 1.6 meters deep, plus the filtration as well. As we head around this side of the pond, you can see we have the return from the filtration system, and we also have this really nice air curtain here. So there's actually a perforated pipe beneath all of the gravel at the bottom of the system, which is running this air curtain. Obviously in summer this is going to increase oxygen, remove CO2, help stabilize the pH a little bit as well, and obviously it's quite aesthetically pleasing to look at. So now we've talked a little bit about the system as a whole, what the makeup of the system is with the stainless steel, the glass and the footings. Let's take a look inside the tank and look at the sort of aquascape, so to say, that this tank has to offer.
A few moments later.
So as you can see behind me from this other angle, we have these really large pieces of bogwood in the tank. We have one just located here and then one in the far corner. Obviously we're going to have a lot of reflection throughout this video, so it's quite hard for me to film. Unfortunately the sun hasn't chosen to come out just yet. I'm really hoping we get a little bit more sun so we can really capture the fish and the system as a whole in a little bit of a better light. So apart from the bogwood, you also see we have a Buddha's head as well, which is quite a nice piece. Obviously that's starting to get covered in algae, which looks really nice. I believe the system's about 14 months old, something like that, and we can really see the algae is starting to grow over the rocks and all of the pebbles as well. Now I believe there is 1 ton's worth of cobbles and gravel in the bottom, and there are also lots of large boulders. So this system is actually run on a filtration system, which we're going to check out in just a minute, but it is also combined as an under gravel filter as well. So all of the water is coming down through the gravel. We've got 4 main drains in this system, which are used to pull the water out of the outdoor aquarium and then into that filter system. So all of that gravel, all of the cobbles are trapping a load of detritus, which is why the water clarity is so clear. Now definitely a different method of filtration, especially for an outdoor pond system. Obviously there are quite a lot of natural ponds which utilize this style of filter method, but it's really interesting to see how this maybe slightly older technique of filter method has been combined with a modern design and a completely modernization of the way we would keep our fish outdoors. So I'm always liking to see people experimenting and try something new, so it's really interesting to see these 2 methods being used in combination, and I think it works really well. We get the real sleek design of the stainless steel and the glass panels, and then we're also left with a more natural style substrate and a natural style base and aquascape in this tank. As we head round the front of the tank, once again you can see the bogwood at a slight different angle. Now this actually has a big lily in the middle of the bogwood. So this lily, obviously in summer, obviously we're in the UK winter at the moment, but in summer that lily is going to sprout up and send pads all over the top of the tank. So now we focused on the aquascape and the sort of internals of the aquarium. Let's take a look at this filtration section. Now, it was a very wet day and it had been raining the night before, so the filtration section is completely flooded. So don't be confused, this isn't a leak on the pond, this is just some excess rain that has built up in this sump area. Now, you may notice there are loads of pipes going in all different angles, and I'm really going to talk to you guys about the simplified version of this system. Essentially, underneath the gravel in the pond there are some drains which suck water through into this filter pit section. This creates a closed loop system where lots of dirt and detritus collects into the gaps and cavities between the gravel and cobbles. Then also we have a large filter clear unit which is made by Awazi, which has a large UV light in it, which is why the water is so clear and we get real nice clarity from the water. We have two pumps on the system, one is pumping into the filter clear and the other is creating that closed loop circulation. And we also have that Yamitsu UV, which is helping to enhance the water quality and really make it as clear as possible, which is definitely needed in an aquarium setup like this, where you will receive lots of sunlight and lots of outdoor light. But that's it for the filtration system. Time to check out the fish. So now we've checked out the filtration system, let's have a little close look at some of the fish in this amazing system. So as you can see behind me, we have some absolutely stunning Tamasaba goldfish. There is around 13 in the pond, and we've got a mix of calicos and red and white fish as well. Now, apologies for any reflection on the glass. It is really hard to film an aquarium, let alone an aquarium outside and in the outside environment. Now, these fish are all from N&D Koi Farm, and I believe there is also one from Marushin Koi Farm as well. We've got an Achiba Tamasaba here. I would say this is probably classed as maybe a lemonhead if it was another type of fancy goldfish, but I say otherwise potentially it's a white Tamasaba. We've also mainly got lots of red and whites, and the others we've got some really nice calico fish as well. Real good quality fish. Let's bowl some of them up and let's take a close look at them and see just what they look like up close and personal, and have a close look at some of their colours, the body shapes, and just this style of fancy goldfish. So as you can see, we now have 3 of the stunning Tamasaba in the bowl. It is really nice to be able to see these high quality fish up close and personal. I would say the fish we had in the bowl were ranging from around 14 to 16 centimeters. We have a stunning Achiba, we have a red and white, which you could also class as a Sakura, and we also have that calico fish as well. Now, all of the fish in the bowl are 1 or 2 years old. First up, you can see we have the Achiba, a real nice short tail to this fish, stunning brown and grey coloration to the scales, and a really nice pattern overall. Definitely a unique Tamasaba, not one I've personally seen before, so I'm not sure if this is some of the newer strain or newer variety. Then we have a calico fish. Potentially, if this was a fancy goldfish like an Oranda or a Ranchu, you may class this as a tricolour fish, stunning black and red coloration along with that white base. And then last up, we have the red and white, or I would maybe class as a Sakura fish, with that stunning metallic scales littering the body. Also looks like that is a nacreous based fish, a real nice white nacreous base to it, and that lovely red pattern over the top. 3 fish that I picked out that I thought would contrast really well in the bowl and look really, really nice. So that is it for today's video. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. I absolutely love to see this system up and running. It looks absolutely amazing. If you do have any questions, please leave them down below. And if you do want me to come back and revisit this pond, maybe in 6 months time or next year, then let me know down in that comment section. If you want to have your tank or setup featured on the channel in our tank tour series or our Rate My Tank series, then you can also let me know down below, and my email fancygoldfishfanatics@gmail.com is down in that video description. But that's it for this video. Make sure you check out the Facebook page, also check out our Instagram. Thank you all for watching. Remember to keep those water changes up, and happy fish keeping.